A very pleasant good morning, ma'am. My name is Lara Biswas, and I am going to present a presentation on a topic classification of kingdom. And I am from group 7-1, and my roll number is 010. The five kingdom classification that we see today was not the initial result of the classification of living species. Carl Linnaeus first came with the two kingdom classification, which only included plant and animal kingdom. The two kingdom classification lasted for a very long time, but not forever, because they didn't take the account of the major parameter of classifying unicellular or multicellular as well as photosynthetic or non-photosynthetic species. They were not able to differentiate between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Putting all the species in plant and animal was not sufficient, because there were a lot of species which could not be classified into either plants or animals, because they were holding some characteristics of plants as well as animals also. So all this confusion led to a new mode of classification that kept the accounts of cell structure, presence of cell wall, mode of reproduction and nutrition. As a result, R.H. Whittaker came up with the concept of five kingdom classification, and the very and these are the five kingdom classification: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plant, and kingdom Animal. The first kingdom, Monera. So Monera are unicellular species. They contain 70 S ribosomes. The DNA is naked and is not bounded by a nuclear membrane. They also lack organs like mitochondria, lysosomes, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, as well as centrosomes also, and they reproduce by binary fission or budding. The cell wall of Monera is rigid and made up of peptidoglycan. They are environmental decomposer. They showed a different type of nutrition such as autotrophic, parasitic, heterotrophic, saprophytic. And a very common example of kingdom Monera is bacteria. The second kingdom which we have is kingdom Protista. Now these species are found in aquatic region also as well as soil. Basically they are present in a moist area. Most Protista species are unicellular. However, there are few multicellular Protista also, such as kelp. Some species of kelp grow so large that they exceed over 100 feet in height. Just like any other eukaryotic, the cells of this species have nucleus and membrane bound organelle. They may be autotrophic or heterotrophic in nature. Autotrophic species can create their own food and they can survive by themselves, and the heterotrophic one on the other hand has to derive nutrition from other species, so they can keep themselves alive. Therefore, parasites also exhibit locomotion activity through cilia and flagella, which are present in their body. A few species belonging to kingdom Protista have pseudopodia that help them to move. They reproduce by asexual means, and reproduction, the method of reproduction is extremely rare, and it only occurs during time of stress. Example of kingdom Protista is Anibia. The next kingdom which we have is kingdom Fungi. Fungi are eukaryotic, non-vascular and non-motile, and as well as heterotrophic species. They can be unicellular or pharyngitis. They reproduce by means of spores, and they exhibit a phenomena of alteration of generation. They lack chlorophyll and hence they cannot perform the process of photosynthesis. They store their food in a form of starch, and biosynthesis of chitins occurs in fungi. Their nucleus is very small and they have no embryonic stage. They develop from the spores directly. Their mode of reproduction is asexual as well as sexual. They produces a chemical called pheromone, which lead to the sexual reproduction in fungi. and sometimes they also behave like parasitic and also infect the host plant. They include the examples of fungi kingdom are mushrooms, molds, and yeast. The next kingdom which we have is plant kingdom. Now plant kingdom are non-motile, they cannot move, they can make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. That's why they are called autotrophs. They reproduce asexually by by vegetation propagation or sexually. These are they are multicellular eukaryotes. The plant cell contain the outer cell wall and large central vesicles. Plants contain photosynthetic pigment called chlorophyll present in their plastids, and they produce food with the help of sun also. They have different organs for reproduction, support, and photosynthesis. A very common example is ferns. They have chlorophyll in them, and they grow very fast. Uh, they grow very fast, and they make their own food only. The next kingdom which we have is it is the last kingdom of the classification, that is the animal kingdom. So animal kingdom constitutes of all animals. Amongst the five kingdoms, the largest kingdom is the animal kingdom. Animals are multicellular eukaryotic. However, like plants, they doesn't possess chlorophyll or a cell wall. Therefore, membranes of animal kingdom exhibits a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They are always dependent on either plants or either other animals. Animal has been classified into 10 different species based on their body design or differentiation. Squirrel is a example of animal kingdom. That's all for this presentation. Thank you.